Hi everyone, welcome to this webinar. I hope you're doing great today. Thank you for joining the webinar. Please drop your comment section, say hello wherever you're coming from, and let's get started quickly. I apologize for taking a lot of time to get on the webinar. Some things happened with my laptop and I really had to quickly reset, and I'm happy that I'm able to be here. So I'm going to be saying hello to everybody. Once you come in, you can just drop your your comments, or you can just say hello and I'll say a shout out to you. Bede Ogbona, thank you for joining. I'm really happy that you're here. Thank you very much, and I hope you're going to have a blast today. I hope you're going to learn a lot today. Femi, thank you for coming in. Femi Shegun, I hope you're going to relearn and learn everything that you can from the webinar also. So let's start quickly. So how do you drive webbing? How do you drive traffic to your blog? This is a very interesting question that that is very important, because some people honestly don't know how to do this, and it's kind of very dicey the way you can go around these things. It's pretty easy at times too, but you can. It depends on how you want to go around this, but I'll try as much as possible to shed light on how you can drive traffic to your blog, and I hope you're going to find it interesting. So we all know blogging is a headache. Like, how do I figure these things out? I hear about Linda Ikeji making tons and tons of money. I hear about this awesome blogger out there, Olori Sugar Girl. These guys are killing it. But how do they really get things done like that? Well, the truth is, you might not be sure how these things are done, but they are in bits. They are in. How do I put this? It takes a while for you to actually get things to that level. So, but sometimes you think that, man, blogging is kind of a headache, and some people will even tell you that you need to keep posting a lot of content to have people coming to your blog, or to have the best blog out there, or to drive traffic to your blog. But honestly, these things are not even the truth, and I'm going to shed more light on it as we go deep into the course or the seminar today. So the honest truth is that traffic is the bloodline of your blog, and this is the brutal truth. If you're not driving traffic to your blog and nobody is visiting, there is no way you're ever going to monetize your blog. And you need to identify this from the beginning. You need to know that it's not about creating a blog, it's not about creating good content, it's about how many people can you even pull to your blog. And that is very important. That is the most important puzzle that we need to solve here today. And guys, don't forget, please drop in your comments, say hello wherever you're coming from, and I would reply with an hello or mention you on the webinar. And also, if you have any questions as we progress in the webinar, please drop it in the comments section, and I hope to shed a lot of light to it. So also, guys, you need to think about WordPress hosting. WordPress hosting is what you need for your blog when you are running a WordPress website. It works seamlessly with your WordPress blog. So diving deep into it, I told you need traffic, honestly. But how do you get traffic to your blog? And that's why you guys are here today. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I'm going to just dive deep quickly into how you can get traffic to your blog. So the number one thing I'm going to talk about is, which is the most important part, and most important part is that you need to guest post, but not guest posting a lot, not guest posting alone. Rather, you need to guest post on A-list blogs. You need to guest post. You need to find blogs that you can guest post on, and it has to be A-list blogs. But how do you find blogs that you can guest post on that are A-list blog sites? Well, the first part to do it is that you need to visit posts that are not posts, I'm going to say blog sites that are between how do I put this, blog sites that are in your niche. So for example, if you write about marketing, you need to find posts, or you need to find blog sites that are within marketing, that are top in your niche. So for example, you can do let me see if I can do some quick searches here. So for example, I can say marketing, top marketing blog posts, top marketing posts or blog sites rather. So these are some here, and the honest truth is that when you get into this post, or when you find this blog post, they are the only way you can start a communication is just by giving quality content. These blog sites, or this site, always love quality content, and you need to put your heart and your mind into creating such content that you know that you will also create on your own website. So it might even be better than your website. So how do you suggest such posts to these guys? All you have to do is go and find what people are really talking about. And if you find what people want to know about, or what they are really talking about, questions they are asking themselves, then you pitch to this A-list website that, okay, I'm going to create blog post for you on this. I hope you will like it. I'm sure you will like it. For you to get your first blog post or with this kind of blog site is going to be kind of hard. I can assure you that. But once you're persistent, you can get a shot on one of these blog sites. I remember when I was doing when I was trying to rank a website called it's a website I've worked with in the past. It's called Lead Space. They are trying to rank for a co-working space, and what I did was I went to look for a list blog sites that wrote about office management, that wrote about co-working, and I searched, and later when I reached out to one of these blog posts, they loved the topic that I gave them, and they could not even resist it, and it was a list blog site within that niche, and it really boosted the site that I was trying to rank, because I requested for a backlink in one of my own in one of these blog in one of the blog posts that I wrote for them. So I linked back to that website, and it ranked this website so awesomely. And this is something that you can do for yourself also. It's kind of it's very it's not easy. I don't want to say it's easy, but it's something that you can do for yourself also. And guys, don't forget, if you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section and I will answer almost immediately. Another thing you can do is to write based on using topic clusters. Well, this is a new kind of technique and a few people talk about this. I also ran across this from what HubSpot. It's a word coined from HubSpot. What they suggested here is that while you're trying to talk about keywords, rank based on keywords, why not write your content based on topics? So I'm going to break this down. I'm also going to share a link in the session or in the comment section where you can watch the video of what I'm talking about here. So what this means is that, you know, when you want to visit, or when you want to buy a t-shirt, for example, let's say you want to buy a t-shirt, and before you type in t-shirts, maybe t-shirt manufacturers, maybe that's what you type in, or t-shirt manufacturers in Nigeria. But because we already know that Google is becoming smarter these days, Google is becoming much more Google know based on our search. We tend to search based on something like, where do I find the best t-shirts in Nigeria, or who is the best t-shirt manufacturer in Nigeria, rather than searching for t-shirt manufacturers in Nigeria, because we know that Google will suggest based on this suggestion, and we know that Google will give us correct thing based on our suggestion. So what topic cluster is doing is that because Google is becoming much more smarter, what we then do, what you can do, you then begin to build your content based on pillars. They call them pillars, based on pillars, in the sense that, for example, I was using marketing, and forgive me, I'll be using a lot of marketing because that's part of what I do very well, so you might want to just plug in that way. But based on that, you get to you can do a pillar called lead generation, for example, and that is the major topic that you write on your blog. Then you then funnel it down into different types of topics that makes up lead generation. So for example, how to drive traffic to your website using lead magnet is one of lead generation tactics that you can, is one of lead generation topic that you can write on lead generation itself. So what it means is that once you are able to write a content that says how to drive traffic using lead generation, you then link it back to lead generation itself. So that way you write different types of topic that is under lead generation, and you plug them together, which gives your website a normal structure. It gives your website crawlable structure for Google to easily crawl. And that way, once you write content like that, you drive traffic. You can increase the link juice. It's called link juice. You can increase the link juice from the lead generation, from the pillar topic that you have written, or any of the topic that you have written that got a link back to it. You can transfer through other topics that links together. I hope this is kind of technical a bit. I'm going to share, let me see if I can share the link here with you guys so that you still then understand what I'm talking about here. I'll share it in the comment section. You can watch it once the webinar is done, but it's something that you will all get to understand once you watch it. So, and guys, please ask questions. If you have any questions, I'm willing to answer your questions. And also, guys, don't forget that WordPress hosting is what you need for your WordPress website. If you're thinking about starting a blog very soon, don't forget, use WordPress hosting. Is very, very, very good for your WordPress website. So let me continue with this. So yeah, topic clusters is very, very very, very interesting topic that you can learn more about over time. But yes, it can help you drive traffic, more traffic to your website. Then the other part is you use paid ads. Paid ads driving traffic through Facebook, driving traffic to Twitter, driving traffic to Google. Although I don't really recommend this for starters because you need money to drive traffic. And if you don't have enough cash and you run out of cash, and that means that you're going to run out of the amount of traffic that you can drive to your website. And another way you can do this is that when you have, let's say you have about 20K that you want to use to drive traffic, you can monitor the algorithm of Facebook. So for example, you upload, let's say you have about 5 blogs that you want to upload in let's say about 2 weeks. And within that 2 weeks, what you can do is that once you have uploaded this content, you uploaded this 5 content within that 2 weeks on Facebook, Twitter, and Google, then you begin to watch the ones that have the highest reach, because organically Facebook will rank, or Facebook will make more people see your post when they know not only Facebook, Twitter, and the rest of social media will make people see more of your post when they feel that your post is getting an engagement. So all you have to do is put this post there. The ones that you see is getting more engagement, then you put money behind it. Don't put money behind content you are not sure that will have more engagement. So you leverage on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter's algorithm, and then you can then push after you have seen that, okay, this post is going to get much more traffic because Facebook is showing it to more people, or Twitter is showing it to more people organically. Then that way you can push with money. But I recommend, if you don't have enough money with this, I recommend that you do not push it with money. The next thing you can do is to collect, collect leads and send emails. Well, collect leads and send emails is very, very important. Also, this is just pure lead generation. Lead generation is very, very important in anything that you're doing. For example, how do I put this? I want to explain how lead generation works. So lead generation is simply that you are collecting people's emails, or you're collecting people's emails or phone number. Actually, if you understand what I'm saying, you're collecting their emails and phone numbers and trying to see how and try to follow up with them and nurture them. So it's basically nurturing. That's what you're doing, but you need to find means to collect their emails and not spam them. And you can send them content based on what they have opted for. So let me give you an example of what you can do here. So you can have you can create an ebook, or you can create a video, or you can create something that your audience do want to learn about. So you can create something based on their pain points. I'm still going to go back to marketing in here. So for example, I know that a lot of people find it hard to drive traffic to their website. So I can say that I'm creating 200 tactics that you can use to drive traffic to your website. I can create that document as a PDF and offer it for free to people online. So in the sense that I'm targeting people that are entrepreneurs, people that have blog posts like you guys, people that have people that actually want to learn about this thing, but it's a pain point, and that's what I'll create first. I'll create that and then put it on a lead page and drive traffic to it, and say that, okay, I have these 200 tactics that I want you to to opt in for, and I collect your emails, I collect your phone numbers, and I also collect maybe what your preference are. And that way, after that time, then I begin to send. Once I create content on my blog post, I share it as an email with you. And that way, you share it as an email, not on, you might not share the full blog. You can just share a few part of the a teaser, maybe a teaser of that your email or of that your blog, and you can share it. And if I'm interested, I'll click and I'll read. But that's away from you trying to actually always keep finding new people. You can create a pool of people via your email or even SMS and drive them to your blog post each time. And still, you can even make money as an affiliate here, because once you're an affiliate, you have a pool of people you're sending contents to, you can add a link in there that says that, or recommending them a product, and if they buy from that product, then you can earn some money. So the next webinar we are doing on Friday, next week Friday, is going to be talking about how you can actually monetize your blog. I'll extensively talk about ways you can monetize your blog from there. But with this, you can create a lead magnet. It's called a lead magnet, where you can collect people's information and consistently communicate with them. Then the next one is restructure your previous blog post. A lot of you might not have a blog post or a blog already, but if you already have a blog, this one might work for you in the sense that you can actually optimize some of your content that you have written before, and you can easily get to you can easily optimize what you have been doing before, and find keywords. Okay, I was actually looking for the word I was going to use. Find keywords for example, let's say I wrote about how to promote your website or drive traffic to your blog, and part of what I wrote about was that I wrote these things that I've talked about, and I figured out that over time I found out that I still have not added some more content. Maybe I was going through Quora, I was going through Reddit, or I was going through something that I was going through Reddit or something. I was going through a forum on Nairaland, and I figured out that hey T Fresh, what's up? Welcome to the webinar. So guys, if you're here and you want me to do a shout out to you, I will do a shout out to you right now. So what I was saying was that there is this part that you can actually have an idea of what people want to talk about when you visit places like this. When you visit Nairaland, Reddit, Quora, you have an idea, and you can infuse it into some of the content that you have written before that is relatable. If you remember, I was talking about topic clusters. You can, if it's too bulky that you cannot put it under that, let's say how to promote your website, you can also create it as a standalone blog post, which you can then link back to the pillar post that I talked about on content topic clusters. Hey Hayola, welcome to the blog. Or fortunately, guys, we'll be rounding up very, very soon. I think this is my last point here. So yes, restructuring your blog post is very, very important. You just need to look at your analytics. Make sure that analytics is configured with your blog post. So I'll drop this. This is not on my on my template here, so I'll just drop it as it comes also. So I remembered something that I should have added here. Another thing is that you need analytics on your blog. You need to analyze what people are doing on your website, on your blog, and make calculated decisions from that. So for example, types of types of analytics that you can add to your blog include Google Analytics. This website, this tool is free. You can also add Hotjar, where you can monitor what people allow, what people are doing on your website. Like you can see, it's going to create videos of how people are navigating, so you can actually see what people like, what people don't like, and all those kind of things. And you can actually create heat maps for you where people are clicking on, so you get to understand people's behavior. Also, there are diverse of tools that you can also add to your blog post that can allow you to actually monitor what people are doing. So once you are monitoring, you can then begin to scale up what works and scale up and scale down what does not work. So guys, in conclusion, I would like to say that honestly, there is a lot of blog posts out there, and I was Googling today. I was thinking in my mind that there is over 1 million blog posts that is published every day. But damn, guys, it's over 4.4 million blog posts that is published every day, which means that we are giving people, the people are looking for, we are giving people, or we're giving internet a lot of information that people are getting overloaded with content. So how do you stand out in a world like this? I would suggest that you create your content based on what your audience are looking for. So you pick your niche. I would suggest you fight your battles. Choose the battles that you want to fight. So create content based on a specific audience. Understand what this audience wants and create content that is strategically that they actually want to watch, then, or they want to read. So, and make sure that you are creating quality content for these people. Once you are creating quality content, then you can link, people will share your content, people will link to your content, and you can easily rank this blog post. Another thing that I think you can do is that you regularly need to add various types of content which excludes text. You can add videos. You can pull out your phone, do a very quick video, and put it on your website. It doesn't really you put it on your blog. It doesn't really have to be something so fancy. We all use good phones these days that can take good videos. Do a quick videos of what you're talking about, add it to your blog. So for example, we're talking about how to drive your website, how to promote your website or drive traffic to your website or blog post. As for me, I can just do a quick video of myself talking about quick things that you can do, and I've already created this long format content. I can just add the video there also, just to nourish that content, because people will share content that are valuable. People will link to content that are valuable. When you don't put your heart and your mind into the type of content that you are creating, people will see that you just want to exploit them, or you want to take advantage of what Google will do for your content. So create valuable content and try to reach out to people that can actually help you push this content. I hope I've been able to pass a lot of value. If you have any questions, okay, I have one question here from T-Fresh. He says that is Hotjar a plugin? Yeah, Hotjar is not really a plugin. Hotjar is like a pixel that you need to plug into your website. So I don't want to use the word plugin. It's just a code that you put on your website. So once you have that code, it's just like Google Analytics itself. You have that code and you can put it in your website. And once you have it in your website, it automatically tracks, or your blog it automatically tracks. It just works alongside with Google Analytics. And another one you can use is Facebook Analytics. Facebook Analytics works very, very well, and it shows you what people are actually doing from your Facebook to wherever they go to on your blog. So guys, I hope I've been able to pass a lot of knowledge. If you have any questions, please ask, as I will be rounding up now. So I'll just wait a bit. If you guys have any questions, it's fine. And if you don't have any questions, then I'll see you next week, where I'll be talking about how to monetize your blog. It's going to be a blast. I already have